better dev ties, but I'm thinking of getting mass revitalization for the my ultimate for on the snow.
Honestly, you probably better off with Combat Fury.
Let me see.
That's just my opinion, though. I can't tell you how to play.
I need dev ties progression 35. I'm not there yet. But when activated, increases sailing speed and damage. Okay, reduces stamina trimming. Yeah. I do like the way that is.
You can heal, increase your damage, and take a damage reduction, and plus you can, yeah, that's clutch. But once you reach 101, it keeps resetting. So once you reach 101, uh, it actually won't let me into Dev Ties. Not right now. What is going on? But yeah, once you reach 101 on that Dev Ties thing, it keeps resetting. And it gives you like a Dev Ties chest, which is going to give you pieces of aid, ascension modules, upgrade parts.
Dope, dope. I guess what we can do is just load into open world and then start matchmaking from there.
Alright, yeah, mine's acting a little weird, bro.
Okay, I'm loading in open world. Does it bring you with me, or you have to press that on your own?
I guess we're going to find out because I can't hit continue. So there we go. Yeah. Takes us with it both together.
Okay.
Like, yeah, dude, I got some nasty bills. I just ain't released the videos on them because I've been so busy with work and then personal issues.
If you can edit all the videos, add your commentary and your extra editing, I would get them all done and then release maybe once a day or once every 2 days to keep
That's
traffic coming to your channel.
that is actually my game plan. That's why working on my bills in the meantime.
I need to make more Skull and Bone shorts. I did make 4 when I was, and I used those shorts. Related the video to like my long form video about it, and it drove some traffic to the long form video. But I need to make. I feel like because the shorts don't even they don't blow up like my other shorts do. Like I can make a dancing short and like just me doing a little dance, and I can get a couple thousand views on that.
Right.
But when it comes to the Skull and Bones ones, they don't blow up like that. And so that's why I think when I come around to doing that again, I'm
Right.
gonna have to stack at least 10, maybe 10 to 20 shorts, and then post those all in a day, related them to that one long form video.
Right.
I'm gonna have to do that strategy.
Honestly, I'm just gonna post a video because end of the day, it's on God's timing. If you like the video, you know what to do. If you don't like the video, thanks for stopping by, but it's whatever. So
Right.
that's just how. Hey, bro, you gotta. I think I said it in my last line, but you got to straighten out that elbow a little bit, bro.
That what?
I'm
My
watching this
elbow.
slap. See, bro, I'm telling you, straighten out that elbow. The leg joker out. My bad. I was
Oh,
watching a
okay. You
little
talking this
slap.
like a boxing video?
No, it's this little slap thing over here in the corner, bro.
Wait a minute.
Like the
Are you
animation
looking at
just
my
keep
stream?
repeating itself. What's up?
Wait. Oh, you talking about these people here?
Yeah. I wish they'll update the animation where somebody actually get like laid out.
Oh,
But
wait a
it's just
minute.
like they just keep slapping each other. It's like, all right, it's kind of pointless to watch at this point. I'm hoping to see somebody
Like
win and walk away.
they doing that Russian slap sport. You ever seen a video on that? Like it's
Nah.
an actual sport where people stand at this podium. They put a little dust on their hand,
Oh yeah.
and then they would take turns smacking at each other. Like,
Bro, I'm not about to stand there with it for that. Like my reflex is too sharp. It's an automatic weave. So no, I'm good.
that's a penalty.
It'll be a
You'll get
penalty.
disqualified.
I'll be racking up penalties till I'm up out of there. That's an automatic weave. I'm not about to stand there on the receiving end. Nah, bro, I'm good. They got that. Even if I was built for it, I need my body to last the long term. You couldn't pay me enough to get my brain rattled like that.
God forbid they smack you in the eye, bro. Like, no.
What, bro? All it takes is one bent finger and it's a wrap.
Yeah, no. For anybody, I've seen somebody like whole side of their face swell up, and like, yeah, even they're getting hit in your eyes swell up. You get a black eye, like it's just that having no, no, they gonna have to pay you double, triple of what they paying the other dude to be in there.
Okay, well, like, have you ever been to a place like a high altitude?
Like in a plane.
No, like towards the mountains.
The closest I've gotten to like being high in the mountains is when I had to drive from Illinois to Georgia. We were
Okay,
driving like through their elevated like places.
like you know how like you well, I don't know if it affects everybody different, but the the elevation, if you're not used to it, it makes your ears like pop,
Yeah,
and
and
for a
it's
while
worse
it's
on a
like you
plane
can't hear anything.
until you swallow.
Or not
And
even then, I couldn't hear nothing. But imagine a step like that to the ear, bro, like straight numb. That's a wrap. Nah, bro, you couldn't pay me enough. I'll watch, but I ain't going up there.
that just takes the sport to a whole new level. Like doing what if they was like doing it in a plane or like doing it at the top of a mountain. Oh, there's no
That's probably too
death.
risky, man. Ain't not gonna risk nobody's life like that. I mean, you automatically going into a risk by playing the sport. So,
Right, yeah. Now we at an elevation.
yeah,
I,
like,
on top of me having to keep swallowing to hear you smacking the crap out of me in my ear, yeah. But I think the ear might be a I gotta look at the rules again, but I don't think you can hit them in the ear. You can't hit them in the eye. Like you have to make palm to cheek contact, palm to cheek. No higher, no lesser. If you hit them in the jaw, I don't know if that's a disqualification, but it has to be straight cheek. But of course, like you're not always gonna land on the cheek.
nah, especially if you got one like gorilla hands. So, like, no, I've been in a fight since the automatic weave. No, it's just a reflex now. So,
Big Hulk hands, like a record Ralph hands smacking you upside your head. Yeah, they gonna aim from the cheek, but they always gonna touch your ear and your jaw. Like
nah, bro, all it takes is one miscalculation, and nah,
hit you straight
automatic,
in your
nah.
temple in your ear.
All right, all that's an automatic weave. I'm disqualified out the gate. I ain't even worried about getting my slap in. No,
Just walk out. Don't even take the payment. You just go.
right. I'll save my energy for another day for something else.
Yeah, where can I ascend? Cause gotta see if I can put another ascension. I maxed out Kalinkanos, Heaven's Mandate. Urban's Great Gun, I think I'm gonna max that one out next. I'd have, I added, I gotta move my camera. I constantly have to do that. Move it to my side or the other side. Alright, so it has 10.5% damage as electric, which we know Urban's Great Gun doesn't have electric. And then I added the amplified electric. I might end up switching that for because it doesn't have any like perks, other damage perks.
Right.
Electric might be okay. I would switch that. If I did, I would probably switch that out for firepower perk and, or reduce the reload time. But I'm trying to. I'm going for damage perks. I'm
Got
going
you.
for damage perks.
Well, I sent you a screenshot.
I gotta look at my settings because I think that's why I'm not seeing notifications. I may have turned it off. I'm paying attention.
Oh, you good.
5 is insane.
But just to show you that the weapon level can go up to like 135. I've been trying to push it past that, but it seems like the cap is 135.
Not you having damn near all your weapons you use and sent it.
What, bro? Oh,
And 62 Divine Thunders, 47 Darnelli's guns.
oh, bro, I'll be stacking up stuff. Like, I'd rather have it than and not need it versus needing it and not having it. So I keep my warehouse full. Plus,
Got you.
if I send a weapon and I don't get the outcome that I'm going for, I'm scrapping it. Or if I can't use it on another build, I'll scrap it and then like create another one. So with me having multiple weapons there, I get multiple chances to actually get the result I'm going for. Yeah, send me another invite, kick me out.
Okay. The match about to begin. I gotta leave as
All
soon
right.
as it starts.
Oh, I mean, you good? That'll give me a chance to go check up on my dog again. So you go ahead.
Do the whole match?
Yeah, it's cool, bro. I ain't tripping
Alright.
about that.
I can wait.
I ain't finna rely on these dudes. I can go do something else too. Just go back to open world and see if I can get some of these ascensions that I need.
Oh, dude, I got like over 1,000 Ascension modules. I spent some of them, so I'm down to like 200 upgrade parts. Cause I got my helm pretty much working for me now versus me working for it. So I got pieces 8 coming in, upgrade parts, Ascension parts, which I really don't need Ascension parts. So I get them all the time fighting the elite cap that's testing my builds out.
They nerfed. It's quite. They nerfed the hell out of the pieces of 8 that you can get, and I just felt like it wasn't even worth it to grind the manufacturers again.
But I
Well,
need the pieces of 8, so they kind of forcing you to do it.
yeah, that's why I've been upgrading my helm empire.
I mean, I got 20 days left. I'm so far behind. I don't even know if I'm gonna put that much effort into it because I
Oh,
won't even get my return back on what I spent. It's not enough time. I'd be
well,
spending thousands.
they're not going to reset the helm, so it's set now.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, it's not going to reset. So like, if you already got manufacturers, so whenever the next season start, after those 20 days, you still have those manufacturers.
Oh, okay. Okay, that changes everything. Then they
Right.
could probably.
Okay, I see why then they nerfed the pieces of 8 output. Because at one point, I don't even think we can get back up to. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Like over 3,000 pieces of 8 an hour, how we used to be generating it.
Nah, right now, I'm generating 405 pieces 8 hour.
And I know you put in a lot of work, and that's not nearly close to what you could have produced last season and the one season before.
Well, I think they made it more so focusing on the ships and creativity and actually going into the like the naval combat now. So with the pieces of 8, it wasn't as important. But I got my helm. Um, I got everything besides one section done.
Alright, then I'll start focusing back on it because I really neglected the helm. I just started grinding for everything else, upgrading.
That didn't need me to have too many pieces of 8. That's good news.
Yeah.
Last season, I was close to 1 million. And then, of course, year 2 came around, I was just down to 5,000. And they gave us like a little gift
Mm-hmm.
yeah, of like pieces of 8. But
Oh,
yeah,
bro.
I didn't even know that it didn't reset no more. Then I would have, if I knew that, then I would have done it all. But now I know it now. I'll still put in the work.
Well, I've been building my pieces of 8 because each season I do like a preparation video before the next season start, like what I'm doing to prepare for next season, and those hit off really well. And usually, what I'll do, if let's say, like my last season, when I finally reached 100 subscribers, what I did like a giveaway, and I gave away like 100 worms breath, 100 orca mechanisms, 100 something else just from me hitting that 100 subscriber mark. And pretty much I just asked people to put your name in the comment, say number one, number two, XYZ, and I had my wife pick out random numbers, and whatever number got called, that's who actually got the stuff.
Ooh.
I think I gave away in total over 5 million thing, 5 million. It was worth about 5 million pieces of eight in total. I just
That's a
gave it
lot.
away because my thing is I like seeing people's creativity because you can't put a limitation on that. And players like myself who are kind of, I guess, ahead of the game a bit, that'll help other people who are trying to enjoy the game catch up. And I can't put a price on that.
True. Yeah, that was nice of you, man. Yeah, that was nice.
I don't want to do it on live, but I ain't gonna do it. I don't want to give it away too soon. Like,
It pretty much whoever commented on the video, and
yeah,
then
one prize is pretty much, and I mean, honestly, it wasn't that many, but like, still, I gave the stuff away.
oh, you have to add them on PSN and everything, right?
Oh, not just
Or
PSN. Like, if they were on PC, I can just add them through Ubisoft Connect, join my
true.
lobby, and then trade.
Yeah, that was a good thing to do. That builds a good sense of community right there for your channel.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just like I said, you want people to enjoy the game at the end of the day, and then not everybody likes to have to grind for that stuff. So players like myself who do grind a bit and build this stuff up, like yo, like I ain't doing nothing with it. Have at it, bro. I can't. Like I want you to enjoy the game. Like don't not enjoy the game because you can't get that X, Y, and Z versus like actually getting some help.
Right.
And it's not like that toxic help where you just want to make other people's days miserable. Like now I want to see you like I want to see that creativity because that's the greatest reward for me.
Do you still keep up with some of those people every now and then, or you haven't yet?
To my knowledge, I think even though I ain't been posting a whole lot of videos here lately, I think some of them are still subscribed to my channel. But Faith Chaser and my Wakanda build, season 4, demolishing anything that came his way. Anything. Which the Wakanda build is like, I want to say it's done, but it's like 3/4 done. It's not to where I'm getting the results I'm looking for, but not to its potential. And I'm the type of person I like to push that potential, given the opportunity. But
Cause you got one video about the Wakanda build. We just need to do an updated one.
yeah,
Okay.
because last season, dude, man, my Wakanda build, them torpedoes, I was able to put out like 10K in damage with torpedoes.
Against
And
Tokyo.
yeah, if I'm doing that against elite captains, I know it's gonna hurt a player because the player don't have nowhere near as much health. And when I get the status effects on them and hit them with them torpedoes all in one, you watch their health go from full to like a little under a quarter.
That's nasty.
Oh my gosh, bro! Oh, that thing.
Popping sales too. They can't go nowhere.
All right, then I'm setting you on fire. You got flood. It wasn't pretty, bro. It was not
No, it's
pretty.
not.
It was not pretty at all.
And yeah, in depth ties that, especially like the 3v3s that we just did, like that would really expose you to so much damage, especially in that tiny cave. Oh man, you cook.
Yeah, but that's the thing about the brigantine. And like I said, I can't. I don't want to say I can't, but I can do close quarters. But my personal preference is mid range. Like I can. I can shoot off from a distance, but I prefer to be mid range. That way I can actually make some clutch plays that maybe my teammates don't see.
Right.
I want to so bad hit up that blacksmith, but I don't want to show the build too early.
Rewatch the stream and be like, oh yeah, I got it. I got it.
Well, here's my thing with my builds. I don't mind sharing my builds, and I know
Not when
most
they're not
people.
ready though.
Yeah, I mean, I want to show it to my liking. Granted, I know most people are going to tweak it to their liking anyway. But my concern is with so many people on this game being so toxic that it will make the game worse. That's the only thing I'm skeptical about releasing my builds. That's really the only thing that's holding me back on that.
Yeah, because not everybody knows everything or even has the furniture that you probably got. And they
Right,
probably grind for it and, well, everybody did. I can see a lot of ships have their own unique approach to it. Not everybody is using the same thing, and since they keep bringing new furniture in, it helps diversify everybody's ship.
right. And how you apply that furniture or to that weapons, like ultimately leads to the outcome that you're going for.
Uh-huh.
I actually wasn't a ballista fan, but after I injured my finger at work, I had no other choice. And at first, I was like, "Yo, this is not gonna work." But then I realized that the ballista is actually better than the long gun.
Because it comparably same damage, just in one shot, and it has a hell of a lot more range.
It
Hell
actually has
yeah,
less range,
it's huge.
but
Even when you, even with, because most of them have the, once you draw it back, it has up to 800% more or so extra range, which is comparable to the range of the to the long gun.
right. But the biggest thing I noticed in my little long time, there's a difference in the reload time and the projectile speed. It's a huge difference. Like, yeah, you may get an extra 100 meters out the long gun, but if your projectile speed is 350 meters, after like 400 meters, that cannonball is gonna start dropping.
Uh-huh.
The ballista, you don't have to worry about that. It's a straight
Mm-mm.
line.
Pretty much. And the drop off, it's a lot less noticeable. By the time it reaches that far, it's pretty much still in a straight line. But I think it does have some drop, but it's not as a huge arc as the long one.
Right. Now with the Band 10 Suns, you don't have to worry about that. It's a straight line, true and true. And the best perk of the Band 10 Suns is that unrelenting drill. That works really well against Brickram. I told people that last season, and they kind of brushed it off, but I'm telling you, that thing rips him apart. So like even when he has his shield around him, I'm shooting right through it.
Shucks. Yeah. Yeah, that Bayonetta is really good at knocking sales. I ain't got to say that.
Well, honestly, I don't be
Not,
aiming for sales, but like I said, with that work injury to my thumb, sometimes it just like it'll lock up and it'll like move on its own, and I end up hitting people's cells when I'm not trying to.
dude does a hell of a lot of damage.
Mm-hmm.
You
Plus
work
that,
at a factory?
huh?
You work at a factory?
No, my last job I was a machine operator, and I was working at a lathe, and I was working on a project, and the sandpaper. It happened countless times, but this time it got me. But basically, the part was moving at like 1,000 RPMs, probably more, a little bit more.
Ooh.
And when you got something that small, like not even an inch thick, moving at like 1,000 RPMs,
That's gonna do damage regardless.
right? If it like, mind you, the lathe didn't even have it had like a safety thing on there, but like by the time it get a hold of you, there's no, you're not gonna have a chance to hit the button. Just like if it would have got hold of my shirt, I would have been going around in circles. But the sandpaper, like, I felt it gripping and I let it go. But in the process of me like pulling my finger away, the lathe was moving in the opposite direction, and the sandpaper wrapped around my thumb.
Oh shit.
Right, so the machine pulled it left, and I was pulled it to the right, and it put me out of work for like 3 or 4 days. And ever since then, it has a tendency to lock up.
It broke skin because that's sandpaper. So it's like you sanding your skin down. Like
Well, no, honestly, like I said, I got no quick reflexes. That's why I said I couldn't do the slap box of things. I automatic weave. Um, but it got me just enough time where it like pulled my thumb towards the machine as I was pulling away.
oh okay, you probably pulled the tendon or something in your thumb.
Probably did, but I didn't feel any pain. Like, all right, I think I'm good. And I went to go get my hair cut, and my barber bumped into like my hand. And when I say pain went from 0 to 100, oh my gosh.
What did the doctor say?
Oh, apparently, like they just gave me stuff for like the swelling or whatnot. They said, well, it looks like a strain, like he strained it really bad, but like he'll heal within like 3 or 4 days. But
It's been
man,
weeks since.
yeah. Ever since then, it still has a tendency to lock up. That's why, like, I
Th-
don't. Go ahead.
oh, I'm sorry. Does it hurt as much when you like
Oh
bump
no, it don't
into it
hurt. It
still,
just
or
locks up on its own.
okay?
That's what I say. That's why I like to stick to mid range. It don't lock up as much. That's the main reason I use the ballista, because I can't use the long gun on the Garuda, because constantly using my trigger finger to shoot the long guns, it makes my thumb lock up. The ballista, I don't have to worry about it locking up nowhere near as often.
No, because it's just pretty much an aim and forget what you got to kind
Right.
of.
Shoot and release. That's it. I don't have to like keep tapping the button, like flexing that finger. Bum, bum, ba, boom, 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 boom. Nah. Good, bro. I want to hit that blacksmith up so bad, but I don't want to show the build on the live, bro. Oh.
You could always press press the PlayStation button, and then press pause on the stream, so it'll show a blue screen, and then you can go into the blacksmith for a little bit.
Yeah, but when I'm in my creative mode, I like to be in my creative mode. Like no, I don't.
Interruptions.
Right, right. I don't want to have to like worry about doing this and then doing that. It throws me off.
Yeah, during my last 3 hour live stream, pretty much I just stayed 4 hours. I didn't leave at all. Pretty much, I just stayed in the room. If I needed something, I'd ask my OG if she could help me out. But other than that, I tried to make being being out of the screen to a minimum. I always got to stay in front of my camera and like keep doing stuff, keep talking, and you know what I'm saying, keep people entertained. Like I've gotten a lot better doing that in my live streams. When I first started out, I I didn't know like really what to say, and I had to like kind of teach myself to like just fill in those dead space. Like
Right.
even if you're just speaking your thoughts, like it's still something for somebody to like be engaged with, because it's one thing that you're playing the game, but if you're just quiet the entire time, it's
It's
not as
not as
entertaining.
engaging, right?
Uh-uh, not at all. So even I'm just saying BS, or if I'm just like reacting to my situation, and I got to keep something going, some kind of sound, because just hearing cannons going off and missiles going off, like,
I
I
mean,
got to
some
stay
people
on
that's all they want to
face.
see, honestly.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I'm
Uh,
also doing it for rewatchability,
right.
because I do get watch hours up to, typically it's up to an hour, maybe an hour. on a good time, good day, well, week, whatever, it's like 2 hours after the stream is done.
Hmm.
So I know people do rewatch it. So for the sake of the rewatchability, I got to talk. I just feel like I have to at least say something like what I'm doing, because it can just seem like you're just aimlessly you're running around. But if you're giving context about why you're in this place, what you're doing,
Right.
it adds a little story to it. Because yeah, the live stream's over, but you want to sit here and watch at least 20, 30 minutes just to see what you could have missed. So I do it for that. Because
Got you.
me personally, I don't like rewatching dry streams. Like I'll sit there and I'll watch it for a considerable amount of time if I really like what you playing. But if you're not really talking, I'm not that interested.
Right.
That's just a preference.
Alright. I actually do need this hostile takeover to get this killed before.
Damn, I just popped my health. Damn it, I did not want to die.
You in Death Ties?
Open world. I'm doing some missions from the new season so I can get some ascension modules.
Ah.
I'm doing foils and peace. I usually don't do the story missions that often, but I'm tired of seeing them in my journal. I don't want to
Uh,
run through those too.
I'm honestly ready to. I ain't gonna lie. I wanna go 1-on-1 with Freeman. That's
I'm a,
ultimately what I'm preparing for.
you want to 1v1 me again?
No, Freeman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I did. Like that's my main goal with this game. I want to 1v1 Freeman.
That's the dude from like the lore, like this one of the secret missions.
Yeah, I mean, basically he's the principal behind Skull and Bones. Mind you, we haven't met him yet. We've like just like heard stories and like got some of the background, but like we haven't like encountered him.
Yeah, no. We got a lot of what's this stuff like information in the codex, and then from the stuff that you pick up off the ground, either be a newspaper or any other like secret find.
Yeah, I
That is
did
the
all
only
mine.
time I heard about him.
Yeah, I did all of mine. I'm definitely
That's
ready to meet him. But I'm gonna mention this also in my live that well, no, I'm gonna save it for the video. I'm gonna save it for the video. I don't want to put that out there just yet. There's some things I've noticed.
Have you seen some YouTubers do that mission yet?
What?
The Freeman one.
Honestly, if I watch anything Skull and Bones on, I did not realize my shit was still moving. Um, if I watch anything on Skull and Bones, it's just gameplay, no commentary.
Okay.
Because end of the day, the way my mind works, I can analyze the situation and like I can see other people's creativity, and from there, like okay, in my head I'll process it. Versus the commentary, it's like I don't mind it, but sometimes some people just be going off on a rant, and it's like I don't want to hear that. Like if I just see what you're doing, like I can learn. But
Makes sense.
what I don't like is being compared to somebody else. I cannot stand that. I'm not saying I can't stand it like to the point where it just like makes my stomach turn, but like it's okay for a little bit of a comparison. But I remember you mentioned him before. This guy named Death Wish,
Hmm.
and like sometimes in Cutthroat or the Him Wagers, I'll face people like, "Oh, you got one of Death Wish bills." I'm like, "Who are y'all talking about?"
Somebody said that to you for real?
Over several times, bro. Over I know it's more than 7 times. Like, "Oh, you ain't got your Death Wish bill." I'm like, "Bro, who is Death Wish?" He's like, "Are you serious?" I'm like, "Yeah, who are you talking about?" Like, he's like, "Do you not have Discord?" Like, yeah, I got Discord, but like I don't use it like that. Like, who are you talking about? Like, I've heard about him, but like apparently be compared to him. I guess that's a good thing. I don't know.
Yeah, he's one of the top leading content creators for, if not the top content creator for Skull and Bones right now.
Okay, that's fine, but like, don't compare me to him. He do what he do. I do what I do. Like it's cool, but we both enjoying the game. That's cool. But to compare my builds to his, like I ain't even seen none of his builds yet.
In your analytics, do they show you what your audience watches yet?
I honestly don't pay attention to the analytics because if they're watching it, they're getting something from it. And
Ooh,
the moment, oh, how can I say this? The moment I know I start getting like some weird feedback, I know I'm off my game. Versus like me trusting the studio. I'm not saying that the studio is not accurate, by no means necessary, but again, it's all gonna happen on God's time, and you can't stop that. So I'm not really too worried about the analytics. It is what it is at this point.
right. I I only ask because so you have YouTube. You don't have YouTube Studio on your phone at all.
Yeah, I do. The only reason I have YouTube Studio so I can respond to comments and add my thumbnails. After that, that's it.
Okay. So you don't look at your impressions, click through rate, how many
Nah,
impressions you got on
mm-mm.
the video.
That's all gonna happen on God's time, and I can't control that. I can't make people like my videos, bro. If you like it, you
No,
like it. If you don't, you don't.
that's true. That's true. It's but it's not about okay for me. It's not about that. But when I look at my impressions click through rate, I can I can analyze what video title or just in particular which video was good enough for YouTube to send out. I look at how many impressions were from browse features, which is just scrolling through the home page.
Mm-hmm.
How many times was the video suggested? Either shows up on the sidebar or after you're done with a video, if they're done with a video, it recommends yours. So
Right.
I look at those and I compare to see, and I try to be consistent with this type of video did good, so let me try to replicate that. If I have an experimentation video, I do my best to SEO it. I use vidIQ. I don't know if you heard of that service. I use
Mm-hmm.
vidIQ. That's for my thumbnails. They help me generate those my nice skull and bones thumbnails.
Right.
It also recommends what tags should be used, and also helps you with a description. Like every video, like I put a lot more work into it than I did last year. So I would just post, add a couple tags and a description, and then I'll try to, make my own best thumbnail. But with vidIQ, I can get high quality thumbnails. If I don't like it, I can tell it. It's an AI based thing. Tell it to switch this out, change that,
Right.
and that I've noticed by using that service, like in optimizing my titles, I see a higher impressions click through rate, and ultimately I see a lot more views and impressions. I get what you're saying, like it's on God's timing,
Mm-hmm.
but at least help God's timing, if that makes sense. To the best you can. You can only do so much. I get, it's a lot simpler to post. You can make your thumbnail in Share Factory, but I feel like vidIQ is a little edge. It definitely gives me an edge because yeah, everybody may not watch my video, but when they come around to see it, it looks very intriguing on the outside, and then I'll make sure to put value within the video. And
Right.
you're already presenting a lot of value in your videos, so just taking the extra step to help the video out as best as it can, and like you said, you leave it up to God. When when it comes around for you, not only do you have a great high resolution thumbnail, it looks great, the title is optimized, you got keywords in your tags, the description's fully fleshed, and then boom, that effort plus that timing is gonna make a whole lot of a difference, rather than just relying on that timing. And it could have done better in the long run. Yeah, you did great. The video did great. It actually, I'm not saying it won't,
Right.
but everything else associated with it, that effort that people see, it could really help it a lot more in the long run. That's all. That's just a suggestion.
You can use the free version of vidIQ,
Hmm.
and if you want to pay for a subscription, you can. Uh, I did pay for like a subscription, but on the free version, I think you can still make thumbnails. They will help you like regenerate titles based off of your title. They would even give you the AI would give you a score on the title, details on why this title is good, and it also analyzed the thumbnail, and they just added a content review. So where the service will look at the video in depth, they could, I guess they like watch the video. It
Hmm.
takes a couple minutes. It's all AI based, and it will give you a content score. Like it's very helpful. So it just gives you more insight on your content. I know you're going about this in a whole different way, but
Right.
I would hope you would definitely would consider it because you make bomb videos. There's a lot of value in your videos, but that
Same to
thumbnail,
you.
title, it can go a long way, and it's proven to help other people get more views, impressions, subscribers. Like they have a large testimony, and then they also have their own YouTube channel, which they give you extra tips. It's great. Actually, vidIQ is probably the only thing that I would go to for help when it comes to this YouTube stuff. Not gonna lie, I don't look at no other YouTube guru or anything like that promising me more views and impressions. vidIQ is a legitimate service, and it'd be very useful for anybody that really wants to like grow their channel and build a community and
Hmm.
eventually get monetized.
I hear what you're saying, and I'm not saying I won't do it.
But it's not something that you probably gonna be doing right now, though.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I probably ain't gonna be doing it at all because I get what you're saying. It will help the channel out a lot, but the God I serve, the moment I start putting my hands on His plans, it always gets screwed up. So it's better for me. Just again, I'm not trying to step on nobody's toes. It's just better for me if I get comfortable in the passenger seat and watch him work.
That's okay. I got you. I got you. Let him take the wheel. I
Right.
got you. But okay, hear me out. You're already putting in that effort. Hear me out. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hear me
Hey,
out.
bro, it's all
You're
good.
putting in the effort already. You're not messing. In my eyes, I don't think you'd be messing with him because he works independently. But you putting that extra effort on your end, it it'll just go a long way. And plus his timing, like you're relying on, I get that. But I don't think you be messing up his timing or his independence. I think you putting that extra effort, and then when he comes around, it's just gonna be miraculous. That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna stop trying to convince you to get vidIQ. That's all
Yeah,
I'm saying.
like I get where you're going. I'm gonna have to add my butt to it, and my butt is really simple. Pause. No Diddy. I don't want to. If
Okay,
anybody go
okay,
watch this
okay.
over the live, I didn't want to get the wrong idea. But
No diddy.
yeah, no Diddy. But I don't want to say my thing is. I'm gonna reinforce it that the moment I try to intervene and change his plans to what I think would assist him, is I'm gonna mess it up. I'm thankful enough that he can use me to actually create the videos. I don't have to do anything else.
True.
So the fact you already used me to create X, Y, and Z, you got the wheels from here, bro. I'm gonna sit back and watch you let you work, and it's worked phenomenal for me. I may
Yeah,
not be
you got
where I would like to
understandings.
be, but eventually, if I keep trusting this process, well, I can't say if I keep trusting this process. Trust the process, and I'm gonna eventually end up where I'm supposed to be.
I respect that. And to be honest, a lot of your Skull and Bones videos, I see on average they get more than I do. I'm very analytical. I do go and check
Oh,
other
damn!
Skull and Bones people. I, in the long run, I think your video is hit harder in the views. So what you're doing, I'm not gonna say it ain't working.
Okay. Well, I'm not saying what you're doing with your video is not working either, but for me, from what I've learned from watching, it's like I said, it's like dating. Either you're gonna get a yes or you're gonna get a no. If they say no, I'm not gonna trip. I'm moving on to the next one. There's so many more options out there that people are gonna enjoy. But like, you're not gonna please everybody either. But the ones that actually grasp to it and you got that delivery, like, hey, like you straight. And then not to mention in a world where so many people have this short attention span, and trying to maintain that attention on that one video is rather challenging. And that's a
Yeah,
lot of
that's
extra
only
work.
ridiculous.
So
Yeah,
I don't worry about it. I just deliver my message. If you like it, cool. If you don't, thanks for stopping by. I ain't gonna trip. There's other
facts.
things in the world to be worried about versus getting those views, man. Don't get me wrong, the views are nice, but you know,
You
that's
just
just
going
me.
about it a certain way.
Right, that's just what I'm rocking with, man.
I'm pretty sure there are other people that feel the same way. I don't think you alone in that.
Well, I know I stepped on probably some people's toes, but it's all good.
You ain't step on my toes. Everybody got their own way they do it.
Right, but what I'm saying is like whoever goes back and actually watch and listen to the live, I'm pretty sure I probably stepped on some people's toes, and it's not in a bad way. Like I didn't mean to like step on your toes, but like everyone has a point of view. Take for
That's true.
example, let's say if me and you were fighting Lopez, you on his right side, I'm on his left side. We both have the same enemy. We just have two different perspectives. So why am I
Yep.
going to be against you just because you have a different perspective? We still have a common enemy.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's
That
just
makes
me
sense.
though. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes sense. I do have it available to where your audio is being heard through my stream,
Oh, that's cool,
but I
bro.
don't
I
know.
think I have mine set up the same way.
Okay, because I don't know if you may have turned that off, so people couldn't hear you
Oh
regardless,
no!
even if you had it turned on.
All right, you might want to hold your. I want them to hear me. I want them to hear me. I don't even want. I need them to hear me. I got something to say. I just got to finish the delivery.
I'm gonna change the title to at the end it's gonna say featuring B.K.W.R. I need to change that.
Yeah,
So
actually, I'm gonna add that to the studio when we get done.
because I noticed out of that it was, I mean it helped, but I feel like it was an accident. Like when I did that for the last video
Uh,
when featuring you, yeah, when I searched your name up B.K.W.R. my video popped up. Like first, it was like maybe because I use my own account, I gotta check it from somebody else's
right.
that don't watch gaming. But uh, my video came first, and then your name and your videos were second and third.
Well, I mean, I can't. I don't want to say it. There is a quote, a biblical quote. I cannot remember exactly. I do need to catch up on my reading. But the first shall be last, last shall be first. So I ain't really tripping about it, man.
Ooh, okay, okay,
Like I said,
okay.
I ain't got nothing to worry about. I'm in the passenger seat, bro.
I'm pretty sure if you do that for me though, once you add the title in,
Oh
because
yeah,
my
yeah, I
name is a
got you.
keyword,
I
it'll
got you.
be when you search my name. I'm pretty sure your video gonna be there as well too.
All right, that works. I'll be sure to add you.
Let
I
me see,
just
cause I
don't
got
know if it's fake chase or not.
I got my laptop right here with me right now.
Yeah, I need to get me one of those. But right now, I'm just like I said, working and trying to get ahead on my bills and whatnot, and personal stuff taking so much of my time and energy. It's like I ain't been having the energy to put into the skull and bones. But that might be the Lord working with me to get me prepared for whatever comes next.
That's true. My laptop is pretty much from my back end. I
Mm-hmm.
use I use Stream Chat because I right now I'm also
Oh,
streaming on
this is not a,
Twitch,
it's not a fair
YouTube.
match.
I'm on
Oh,
Kick
I see
and
the
Facebook.
play. My bad, I'm listening.
No, it's all good. Yeah, basically I'm streaming to 4 different platforms right now, and I use my computer
to make sure I can see all the different chats that come through from Kick or Twitch or YouTube.
Right.
And I can also respond to them from my laptop without having to go on my phone. And then I also use it to set up the background. Like if you can pull up your live stream in YouTube Studio,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where I can change the thumbnail of the live stream. So while I'm live, you're not gonna see like what I'm currently doing because it might not appeal to you. But if you can see like the thumbnail of the video and you know it's live,
Mm-hmm.
it'll probably look a little bit better, and then it'll help the chances of you clicking. Uh, and then also I can add the game title in there. So when you do search Skull and Bones in that
I.
auto-generated section where they
Mm-hmm.
have like just Skull and Bones videos, there's a chance that I can appear in there because I labeled the game as Skull and Bones and the
Right.
title is that too. So I just do a lot of work in the background to make sure everything is good. Just I just don't go live and that's it. I do a lot of stuff in the background.
Yeah, I just go live. It is what it is.
I used to do it too. I the reason I do this now because like I said it actually does help my streams out over time. Like by the time I'm done with a stream, I can have at least over 50 views or 100 views, and I did it on one stream. At one time, I had
Am I seeing this right? My bad.
it's all good. I peaked at like 112 while I was live, and then on YouTube, and then simultaneously, I was at about 150 or around 200 people on Twitch. So I had over 300 people watching me, but it was on. I was playing Civilization 7,
Mm-hmm.
and then from there, I'm like, my efforts, like, and that could have been your guys' timing because somebody rated my channel on Twitch and gave me those views. So
Oh.
that I can't pull that off. 100 views on Twitch alone myself, but I got rated and they gave me their viewers because they were done with their stream. And then miraculously on YouTube, they was getting pushed out so much. While I was live, I peaked at 112, and when I seen them numbers, it just encouraged me to keep going live. Just stay live. I ended up being live for 10 hours straight,
Yeah.
minimum breaks,
No
none of
more than
that.
probably an hour or two for me.
You know, I got like 500 watch hours from that live stream alone. Yeah, I'm closer to monetization. And then a recent video that I did on a streamer from Streamer University, because that was big when it was out. Something happened to one of the streamers. He kept getting threatened to get expelled, and he actually got expelled, but he ended up coming back. But that was such a key moment. My clips blew up from that moment, and then I immediately made a follow-up video. Got 16,000 views, 16,700 views, and I got 730 watch hours right now from that video. So yeah, and that was all within like this year. So I've gotten over 1,000 watch hours this year alone. Not even to they still calculating the ones from last year until I hit a point where they don't count no more. So I'm close to the 3,000 mark. I really just need 500 more watch hours before I hit 3,000, and then I have to find a creative way to get another 1,000 before this year is over, which shouldn't be that hard. Because since I got the majority of my watch hours this year, if I can pull off another 1,000 before September, October, I'm I should be monetized or eligible to apply for the watch hours. I mean the ad monetization and the shorts
Mm-hmm.
ad monetization. I'll be done. Every video after that, even if I just get 50 views, I'll be getting paid for it. So
Nice.
that's my goal. I seen another YouTuber. I'm not gonna name drop. He was monetized, but he's not pulling like a lot of views. He getting 10 views, 20 views, and then he showed like the weekly. I don't know if you look at your weekly
No,
reports.
it is what it is.
So
I'm
on
being
his
honest, bro.
it's all good. So on the weekly report for his YouTube's analytics, everybody gets them each Monday. He only made, I guess, $1 or $2, and he was like, "WTF?" Like, and I'm like, dude, like, people
monetized, and here you are still earning some money from your content. You just got to get real creative and make that one viral video for your channel. At least get 10,000, 20,000. Like, he's like, I'm dang near about to give up. Like, hey, alright, you give up, that's just better chances for everybody else to,
Right.
reach that point. Because I just felt like that was so ungrateful. You already are monetized, bro. Like, just put in that effort, get creative. You know what I'm saying? Stop blaming YouTube for you not being successful. Like, it takes hard work. Like,
It
really, like,
does, but
it's
the thing about YouTube, not to cut you off, but go ahead. My bad. I cut you off.
no, it's not good. Basically, it just takes hard work and dedication. And at that point, when you're monetized, if you're trying to make YouTube your sole like job and financial income, where you have the potential to make tens of 20 thousands of dollars in a month, then you gotta put that effort. Because the people who are at that are making at least 1,000 or 5,000 a month, they're grinding. Their YouTube has became their full-time job. You
Right.
gotta get up there. You gotta put more effort and dedication. If you not, you know what I'm saying, you gotta find a way to cheat. You ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Like, you gotta find a way to beat the system. Like, find trending topics that are related to your niche, or you can still branch out your niche. Not all of my videos are gaming, and they perform very well. So I know my goal of making a multi-content channel can very much well pay off, because one day I can hop on a gaming trend, blow up. I can see another trend, maybe from like watching a streamer or something, take that opportunity, bam, make a video, blow up. Or AI generated content, which I'm starting to roll out more. I find like a trend on that, bam, I can, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can diversify and I can get views, which so far is doing well. So the point where I get monetized, I have a lot of different options to make money from different types of videos, not just gaming alone, because gaming has the low RPM. Like, you really get paid the least from gaming videos. So if I'm able to garnish an audience from the other niches and topics that have a higher payout per thousand view, that'd be golden. I won't have to make multiple different channels like they preached you should do. Like, I won't have to do that. I'm trying to beat the odds. I'm trying to hope God's timing works for me in that way. So I'm like, you
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like, so I just want to be able to diversify my content. I'm already like making different playlists. One is for Skull and Bones, one is for my Call of Duty content, one is for my Naruto content, another one for AI generated content, another playlist for streamer clips and videos, and so forth. Once I start diversifying, it's gonna be playlists for everything, because I'm pretty much almost at 800 videos. You're not gonna want to look through all
All of
my
them.
videos.
Right.
Yeah, so putting a playlist, that'll help in the long run, because
See,
diversifying
hey.
the channel, I'm gonna need to do that.
Okay. I see somebody else use the ballista on the Garuda. Hmm. Hmm.
Are you in Death Tides?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let me know when that one's over. I'm gonna join you.
Actually, it just ended.
All right, I'm about to come through.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, though, man. It's end of the day, the fact I'm producing videos, I've already beat the odds because I don't. I'm trying to not use the word I, but the perspective of fighting for other people's attention is not really my strong suit because I do well on my own. And even though I do well on my own, I know I would be better in like a small group of friends. When it's like a whole bunch of people around, like yeah, count me out. But a small group I can deal with.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, there I'm using I again.
That's all good.
The odds have already been beaten.
We I'm pretty sure the man upstairs know what you're trying to convey without
Yeah,
trying to be
like that. The odds
disrespectful.
already
He
been
knows your heart.
beaten. Yeah, I'm not worried about none of that, man. The fact that I'm actually able to do what I'm doing is more satisfying than getting paid for it.
Yeah,
Because for me, you can't put a limitation on creativity, but you can change the value of a dollar. And I don't. Hmm. How can I word that?
that was a bar right there. You ain't got it. You ain't the.
Like
You can't put a wait. Say that one more time. You can't put a
like
price in creativity, but you can change the value of a dollar.
right
That's a
facts.
bar right there. That's
So I'm not. I don't want to be. I don't need to be in that
in the rat race
position
for attention.
where. No, not so much the rat race. I look at it like people. Like I won't say just people, but in general, some people just go with the wind, and that's never really been my forte. So if I have to be on like a narrow road versus everybody else going with the wind, that's cool. Even if it means I'm by myself, like it's all good. I'm not gonna trip. Because if I'm by myself, it means I'm in good company. And
With
then
yourself. Yeah.
no, I'm one on one with God.
Oh.
That's what I can have my
Oh,
conversation with
okay.
him. I ain't gotta worry about no
Okay, okay.
interruptions. So, um, but lastly, the way I look at it, also, I'm trying to keep the word "I" there as much as possible. But I'm all right. I'm gonna just say it. Tomorrow will be yesterday. Yesterday used to be tomorrow. If
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Tomorrow will be yesterday.
Yep,
And then
and it
yesterday.
used to be tomorrow.
Hmm. But what is the point of that? I get it, but is it basically saying like
Why worry about either or? Focus on what
focus
you
on the
got in
now?
front of you. All right.
Yeah,
Like, oh, I'll get that tomorrow. Then eventually tomorrow will be yesterday. Like, why am I tripping off of that? Like, focus on what I got in front of me now.
that's true.
Like I say, I think different, bro. That's why I be by myself.
It's all good. Content creation on its own, if you don't have anybody to talk to, can is already a lonely route.
Well, yeah, it's not an easy journey for nobody, but and it's not made for everybody either. So,
No, not at all.
like, yeah, but I just think different. Like, I think, like, if I asked you, what's 3 plus 1?
I would say four, but
Right, which is the typical answer, and it drives me crazy. I don't know why.
wait, are we not talking about real math here?
No, screw that, bro. It does not make sense. None of it makes sense. It don't make sense to me. Like it makes sense, but then at the same time, the principle behind it don't make sense. Because 3 plus 1, naturally, what they teach you in school equals 4. But like I said, I think different because you got a 3, you got a plus sign, then you got the 1. You can't
Ju-
ignore the plus sign. And anything that has weight, mass, or volume has value, so you cannot discount it.
The only way I would look at that different is the plus isn't telling you to add these two numbers, it's telling you to combine it.
Right, which means it has a value. You cannot just you cannot add it. Oh my gosh, bro, it drives me crazy. All right, my
Did you
bad.
pass math at school?
Oh, dude, no, bro. I passed math with flying colors. Like, math is not an issue. Just like I can do what you asking me to, but in the background, my mind is like okay, this is not adding up. Like we gonna give them the answer that they want, but like in my mind, the answer is different. That's no different than our conversation. You're in one
Oh,
location, I'm in another location.
right.
Even though we're able to contact each other through the consoles and internet, that means it has a value. You cannot disclaim that. If it wasn't for that, we probably would never met.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's like, I don't know. That's why I be by myself.
Yeah,
That's what
you are thinking like very deep, and it's really kind of turning into more of a philosophical thing.
you think so.
Yeah, this is touching on a philosophy, and maybe you should dive into that a little bit in your free time.
Oh, I do. I already do that all the time. All
Yeah,
the
no,
time.
this is more like this is getting more philosophical, especially with the way that you're presenting your words and what
hmm
you mean by them. Like you would think they mean one thing, but once you think a little deeper, there's a hidden value within that, which is touching on the basis of philosophy, in my opinion.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, I can't take the credit because God created philosophy.
You're just
So
utilizing it in a different manner.
I mean, yeah, but at the same time, like my my goal is still him because everything started with him. I mean, to create a world for us to live in with such precision, you cannot disclose that.
Nah, not at all. There's definitely something
So yeah, like my
behind the
eyes
screen.
on him. Like yeah, the philosophy, the science, and all this other stuff, the physics, like that's great, but it all started here, so that's where I'm focused. Because if I focus on this, everything else makes sense. Versus me having to try to climb this ladder to get to the source when I can just focus on the source and like let things happen, even if it means uncertainty. I thought I invited you, but it's all good.
You did, and I tried to join, and it said group is full or the event is full or something like that, and it didn't
Oh,
let me join. So I have to come back to the main menu, see if I can join you manually. Didn't give me an option to, so I sent an invite.
all right, cool.
I'm setting up. I have a light that I like to use as like a ring light or a background light because it's
Oh
getting
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
dark.
yeah. My wife has one of those.
Yeah, so I use that because I don't want to turn on my lamp, and it's blinding. It's really like a multifunctional flashlight, and it has
Mm,
multiple settings on it, and one of them is a floodlight setting. So I use the floodlight setting instead of shining those high beams on my face, and
right.
it can help illuminate my room. I use it for videos too, so it's not too dark.
Yeah. I'm simply complex or complex simple. I don't know, but if I did have a
That'll probably
camera,
irritate you though. Like
or
using
not,
a
well,
ring
not
light
only,
though.
yeah, the light would definitely irritate me. But if I ever do get me a camera and decide to like to show my face on my videos, I'm
You
not
gotta
going
get comfortable.
for like none of the extra stuff that most people have. I'm not like throwing shade at you or nothing. Like all means, if that's helping your channel, I promote it. Like I want to see you be successful. But I guess I'm a little too authentic for that. Give me a regular amount from Walmart. Let's go. It is what it is.
Yeah, I was about to turn on my lamp, but I figured, that's I was thinking about my electricity. I'm turning on another light source. It's gonna run up a bill when I already have this flashlight that I bought from Temu, and I didn't even directly buy it. It was something that I just had to add in the cart, and I'm like, this seems pretty cool. So I bought it a long time ago, and then I realized like this would be very good for
Right.
when my room's dark, and I don't want to use any extra power because I already used electricity charging up the light, so.
Yeah. I mean,
Just trying to save a little money, and then it also just provides quality. It's getting so dark, you can still see me in the camera, but it's not as bright as it was, so you're not able to see in detail.
gotcha.
That's
Okay.
all it was.
Okay.
I didn't get no fancy, smashy ring light. No, I don't think I'm gonna do that because I like to, I like to work on a budget as well. Like if I don't have
Ah,
to
smart man. Smart man.
really work expensively, and the PlayStation already cost me a lot. God dang it. So.
Oh, they steady jacking up the prices on this stuff.
And then I bought the I just bought accessories for the PlayStation. I knew I would need a camera. I heard you really only can use the PS5 camera. That cost
Mm-hmm.
me about 50, $60. So I got the camera. Also had a 4 terabyte extended storage drive, so I could download a whole bunch of different games,
Right.
save enough space on my main console for
Right.
videos.
Gotcha.
That ended up breaking one day because it fell. I was so freaking hurt. I I,
Ooh.
I was so hurt because I have my internet company. They only give me just about a little over 1 terabyte. I think it's 1.2 terabytes of data that I can use in a month,
Right.
and that's still a hell of a lot of data. But
Right.
when I was downloading all of my games to fill up my extended storage drive, I would max that out and exceed it, and then my bill would go up an additional 50, 60, $70, and
Right.
we looking at the bill like what the hell happened. So I had to download at least maybe 500, 600 gigabytes, and then I have to wait to the next month to keep downloading games
Right.
because it got to the point where I had so many games that I want to play, I gotta delete it, then download it and use my data from the internet when I could just download them one time, load them into the extended storage drive, and I don't have to go through that no more. Saving me data from my internet company. I don't have to worry about running up my bill, but since it broke, I had to go back to downloading games. But I did get a smaller extended storage drive. It's just a terabyte. Nah, I missed my 4 terabyte. But it is what it is.
Right.
Still got something. It's not the best, but it serves its purpose.
It's better than not having it all, so yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. So I got all my critical games that I usually download and stuff. So I haven't went over my internet bill because of data in a long time. So I just felt like that was a necessity for me.
Right. Yeah, I thought I'd get done with Skull and Bones. I'm probably gonna get on Avatar. I've been missing that.
Oh, the latest. Yeah, I was thinking about getting that game. It went on sale a lot.
Well, I bought it on pre-order. Yeah, honestly, I'm not trying to like turn to like this Ubisoft group or nothing, but they did really well on that game.
The graphics look phenomenal.
Oh,
And
bro.
that's one thing that was
Oh,
drawing me towards it. But I just knew how like the gameplay loop would be. You go to these places, these IDF outposts, destroy them, move on to the next one, craft you some new gear, maybe get you a new flying animal, and I'm like, I could see the gameplay. And I'm like, I'll wait until I just maybe it goes on sale dramatically,
right.
but and I also did want to play that with somebody if I got it, because I think you can do co-op in that game.
Yeah, I haven't done co-op yet, but um, at first I didn't like. It was so engaging in the beginning, but then like when the combat came into the play, it's like it made me not like the game. But at the same time, I do like challenges because challenges provide opportunity to learn, and that's like one of my favorite things to do. And I started learning, and then like started connecting the dots, and was like, yo, they really made this like really detailed, and like the way you can do your build in that game. Oh my gosh, it will squash Skull and Bones. But the concept the same, but like you can like really do some crazy stuff with your builds on there. Not to mention like engaging with the environments, having to hunt the animals and stuff to get the materials, and it's time consuming. But that was actually one of the games I actually really, really, really enjoyed. Like in my opinion, that's 5-star game. I know everybody probably got their own little opinion about it though.
No, I know I'm gonna enjoy it when I get around to it.
Take your
I
time,
like
don't
I,
rush, don't rush.
I got kicked out of the match. Do you mind leaving it? I did try to
Yeah.
join you,
All right, I'm joining.
but if it goes on sale anytime soon and you're still playing it, I definitely like to do co-op with you, and I guess I can make videos on that too with our co-op experience.
Yeah. I'm hoping I can finish this story mode because I'm trying to finish that so I can link up my other homeboy. I ain't gonna put his name out there, but if you're watching the live, bro, you know who you are. Shout outs to you. But yeah, I'm trying to link up with him because he got into it, and how can I don't want to speak for him, but like once he understood like what he could like possibly do and like different things that you could do, he's like, yeah, I can rock with this. I was like, all right, cool. So I'm actually trying to finish up a story mode. So when I link up with him, like some of my old bills and outfits that he's trying to like get past certain stuff, I can just give it to him and help him out.
Type shit. You might want to grind for it though.
Well, I mean, like I'm not gonna give him my best, but I'm definitely gonna get him something that's better than what, hopefully better than what he's got. I'm not knocking his build capability because his 2K bills, bro. He be on that. Like he got that part covered with a capital C. So I know he can build, just like a matter of him, like me giving him a helping hand along the way.
I got you. Yeah, I give
Granted, he
you
don't
a
need it, but like I know that will come in clutch for him.
right. Dude, I'm and my whole day, maybe it's good that you don't look at like the analytics like that, because because at a certain point, and I've heard this from other YouTubers, you start obsessing over it.
Right,
And
you get consumed by it by always wondering
yeah,
what it's doing. So like, why would I worry
yeah,
about what it's doing when it's gonna do what it's gonna do
yeah.
anyway?
I would testify to that. Ever, ever since, ever since I really started putting so much effort, I pretty much wake up every day. I don't think there has been a day for at least a year or more now
uh,
where that I have not checked my YouTube studio. Especially since like I know ever since I started grinding every day when I wake up, I'll check my YouTube studio
right.
before I go to sleep. YouTube studio. I'm throughout the day checking it and analyzing my analytics, seeing what did good, seeing my below average intros, seeing what intros did good. Yeah, it becomes addicting.
Well,
It,
yeah, I get where you're coming from. Trust me, I do. I 100% understand where you're coming from. But the reason I don't worry about it is because the most valuable thing I have is my time. It takes time to make the videos. It takes time to edit. End of the day, I don't get that time back. And once the video's out there, whether it's a short, a live, or actual video, it's not going to matter. Because if they're going to watch it, they're going to watch it. So why am I going to have to worry about it? Because by worrying about the analytics, you become consumed about what other people think. At the end of the day, what you're producing is what they're trying to see anyway. So the moment you start appealing to them, you forget about your own creativity. So the time you spend consume worrying about analytics, you could be spending that time doing other stuff like creating new things or new videos, like whatever.
that yeah, like yeah. Yeah, I'm checking analytics and making videos.
Like, would you? All right, I'm gonna keep it simple.
I'm in competition with myself. Each and this is why I check it because I'm always trying to top my stats. I'm always trying to like reach a new base level and like currently I did for a while like for last month I got like I got like 100,000 views in like 2 days, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my base level of views for a while it was pretty high. So I'm trying to reach new heights, new base heights. I know it's going to be a while before I can hit another 50, 60,000 views in a day type stuff, but
Right.
it just helps me improve myself. Like I get like I'm consuming my time with this app but it's I'm trying to improve myself every time I make a new video. Trying to think about what I need to improve on. I'm just trying to make myself better. Like I get people already coming to see the product. It's a part of it is about them, but I
Right.
also like to rewatch my own videos. I like to see my work after it's uploaded. It helps me like understand what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and what potentially somebody else doesn't, and how can I make myself better in the future when producing these type of videos. There's only also much I can do with a live stream.
Right.
So, to up my live stream game, just personally, like something I feel like I've gotten better on. I don't get a lot of comments saying like, "Oh, this video is a lot better edited." This is like, I don't get too many different comments on videos. I get comments mostly on my shorts of like how to download Warzone,
Right.
because I get thank yous almost each day, multiple times a week, and it's been almost a year since those videos came out, and they're still garnishing me views, and they're actually my highest videos that I can always rely on to keep traffic to my channel.
Right.
And I made multiple how to download Warzone videos. So if I stop if every other video on my channel stopped getting views right now, and the only thing that was left was those how to download Warzone, within the past 2 days, I would still be over 3,000 views. And for a long time, so that's basically I get 1,500 views a day with no effort, right?
Right.
And that for a long time I slowed down producing videos, and I would still come back and I would still see that I'm in thousands of views. So that's my base now. I would say my base average views within 48 hours range anywhere between, right now it's at 6,900, but it's at it's between 3,000 and 5,000. 6,000 because my old shorts that I posted a couple weeks ago, these clips are still getting views. So my base, I'm trying to increase my base level of views, right? Until it gets to the point where I could go like 2, 3 weeks or another month without posting, but I just got 30,000 views within 2 days, right? With no effort. So
Right.
trying to make more content that sticks around in the long run. So like these how-to videos for Skull and Bones. So like trying to make evergreen content for these games, which always bring back views because people always want to know how to do this, how to do that. So that's a key word of its own. So I'm just trying to raise my base level. I'm trying to beat my performance last week and the week before. I'm always trying to improve. So these studying my analytics and understanding what they mean throughout and through, in detail, basically seeing when
Right.
most of my viewers online, how many returning viewers I got right now. For the past month or the past 28 days, I've had 6,200 returning viewers, 137,000 unique viewers, and I keep looking at that to see, okay, what caused that. So I know what caused it because I study these. I look at my age views, what's the different age limits that are actually watching my videos. Right now, I have pretty much people of all ranges are watching my videos, and I kind of understand that maybe some kids are using their parents' phones. So really, I may not have a lot of 25 to 34-year-olds watching, or a lot of 35 to 44-year-olds. Some of those actually might be their kids. But all in all, I have all age range of groups watching me. A lot of people watching me on their TV. For the past 28 days, 290 watch hours from people just watching me on their TV, 230 watch hours from their computer. So, and then that helps me, okay, format the videos. What aspect ratio should I favor? Right now, I should probably still favor mobile when it comes to when it comes to shorts. I definitely have to keep it in a 9 by 16 format. When it comes to TV, make sure the videos they are in 16 by 9 to fill up their entire screen. Same for the tablet and computer. Helps me, realize, okay, what kind of device you're using. All right. When we go to gender, who is my, target audience? Out of all of these views, which in the month, like within these past 28 days, I've gotten 401,000 views, right? And based off the 28 days of genders, 83.3% of those were males, 16.6 was females, and the other zero point 0.2 were user specified. I see what
Yo.
countries are watching my videos. Like 60% from the United States, 5% from the United Kingdom, 3.9 from India, 2.8 from Canada, 2% Philippines, 2% Germany, 1.4 Australia, 1.4 South Africa. But they only show me a little bite size. When I go to my advanced ones on my laptop, I pretty much am getting views from like almost every single country in the world. I can see what kind of subtitles that they use, if they're using no subtitles or not. Some people are watching my videos. I have zero point 0.1 Portuguese people they need to see my captions in Portuguese. And then I see my watch time from subscribers. I see what my audience watches. I can see what channels my audience watches, what formats they watch. So it just lets me know and keeps me in a certain direction to keep topping my performance, keep going harder, be better, just do better. For the last 28 days, I posted 88 shorts, 10 videos, for like pretty much over 100 videos within a month. Like I was grinding. I definitely was grinding, right? I check my typical views. So when I do make a video, what do I expect? So my typical views, 40 views at minimum, 550 views for the first 28 days. For my shorts, they're 520 at minimum, and
Um,
my max is 1.2K. We've been matchmaking for 10 minutes. That's insane.
yeah.
So,
I was about to say you might
uh,
have to go back to the multiplayer, not the
yeah.
multiplayer, the regular lobby.
So yeah, I analyze my analytics because it's very helpful. It's very helpful. And once you start doing your research, see how you can improve. Like I feel like if I didn't look at my analytics and I kind of took your approach to it, if I
Uh,
didn't do any of that extra work, I don't know if I would be as successful as you because your faith is stronger. You have a strong faith. So I don't know if how you doing it could work out for me.
which is
We got two
understandable.
different
I mean,
perspectives. Like
it's
you
not a
going,
one shoe fits all thing.
yeah,
Which I mean, I could look at analytics, but the fact that you even took the time to watch my video, I'm thankful that I can walk away, whether you liked it
type
or
stuff.
not.
And I watched it, and now here we are months later, still playing the games together and
Right,
making
right.
content together.
Yeah, you might have to go ahead back to the regular lobby, then join Dev Ties that way.
Yeah, because this may be broken. Because I know it might be a low player base, but this is ridiculous.
Well, that's the other approach I'm trying to take, which I'm not sure how successful I am at it. Which, if I'm if it's successful, cool. If it's not, like, I'm not gonna really trip about it because you can't. End of the day, you can't make people do something that they don't want to do in the first place. It don't matter if you're in a relationship, school, personal issues. Like, people gonna do what they want to do regardless.
Right.
So why am I gonna worry about it? The fact you, like I said, the fact you even stopped, took the time out of your day, which is the most precious thing anybody has, to even watch 30 seconds of my video, I'm thankful for that.
Right. And there's so many people making videos each day.
Exactly.
It's a tough crowd.
So, like, yeah, the fact you even stopped by, I'm thankful. Even if I didn't, like, appeal to your ideology or your point of view, whatever, I'm thankful you stopped by. After that, I mean, it is what it is, because the video's up there, it can be viewed at any time.
And I've experienced months after they are done uploading, YouTube might spend the block on your video and show it again. That has happened to me.
Yeah, like, honestly, I have to give, well, first and foremost, I have to give God all the credit. He's put people in my life to where I'm to the point where I'm at now. But with the gaming thing, my brother, my little brother, he always told me like, yo, you like, you kind of like this gaming guru. You always have like this different thing going on, and it works. And during my time I was working at my last job, did you go into the regular lobby?
No, I joined you, and it says that we're in debt. Let me quit. Let me go to the regular lobby.
Yeah, but I think you're the group leader because you invited
Oh,
me. But my brother, like, he's like, you kind of like this gaming guru. Like, granted, I'm an 80s slash 90s baby. There was no cheat,
Millennial.
right? Yeah, basically, like, there was no cheat codes. Like, if you got out in the game, you had to start over. Period. Like, you may have had a couple games where you like hit a couple checkpoints, but if you don't make it to a checkpoint, you start all the way back over from the beginning. So grinding is nothing new to me. And then they came out with the cheat codes and the memory cards, and like obviously you adjust to that. But I was working my last job, and I was like, yo, if I take what I'm getting paid now and apply that to the hours I've been putting into the game, how much would I make? Come to find out, I will make more money posting videos than I would be working a 9 to 5.
and that's the biggest turnabout for people doing YouTube. Even if you are making just gaming videos, like I said, as a low RPM, but if you're banging out thousands, like you could just even though it's low RPM, but if you could just post 10 videos in a day, if that's what you want to do,
Right.
and they all get over 1,000 views, like that's a decent amount of money, you know. And then some shorts along with the videos that also make yeah, so it's very profitable.
Yeah. But even with
I
that
mean,
being
what
said, like I said, I'm the fact you even took the time to watch my video. I'm thankful for that. But um, outside of the money though, like I enjoy the creativity more than any type of profit I could get off of it. Like the profit would be nice. Don't get me wrong. I do not know what's going on with my game, but I am looking at a blue sky.
to the blue sky?
So yeah, if you just
We
want to go
gotta.
into dev ties, that's fine. Maybe it'll get me out this blue screen.
Okay. I'm like I can't afford. Well, actually, I could. Yeah, my software it doesn't. I use a different software than along with the PS5. Like, you know, when you leave the game or close application, your whole stream goes along with it.
Yeah,
But I have it so if I do get cut off, I have time to restart the stream and pretty much pick up where I left off on YouTube. Even though the Twitch one would be down when I go back live, it'll kind of pick up too if I
right.
wasn't like off for too long. But
Mm,
yeah, so I can still keep my duration up
gotcha.
because I stream directly to Twitch, and then the software I use outputs my Twitch stream to YouTube, Kick, and Facebook.
Wait, oh, I'm gonna see if this works.
I'm in matchmaking right now too, so hopefully it pulls you out.
Yeah, nah. I don't know what's going on. Oh
Let's see
man.
if it'll pull you out. So you just stuck, you can't do nothing?
Yeah, bro, I can't do nothing.
Alright, let's see if we can find a match. Worst case scenario, it's just gonna put me in it and you're gonna be in a blue screen still.
All right,
But
so
it
I'm
should
I may have to
override.
just
Alright,
yeah.
wait. We found the match. Hold on, let's see if it pulls you.
Okay, at the main menu.
You loading in?
It says matchmaking.
I'm loading into a Free Fire right now.
Yeah, nah, it's got me on matchmaking.
All right, you might have to
It
you might
don't
have
want to
to
let my
see
little
that.
light shine, but it's gonna shine anyway. I'm not tripping about it.
Can you quit matchmaking and
Well, more likely, what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna just end up closing game, and if anybody's watching my live, I'm just end it there. Whoa, wait a minute!
it's been because I see some player loading. Wait, I think it might be bringing you in. I think it did.
All right.
Yeah.
Y'all stick around here, yo, boy. Appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Yeah, but I'm probably gonna keep my live up for like another like maybe 5-10 minutes, and I might end it and let you kind of take the reins on that.
Why stop? Why stop yours for me?
Well, when I'm not on a live, is when I can get in my creative bag, and I've already kind of got an idea of 4v1 or 4v3 is not even a fair match.
Oh, they gonna get somebody else. Don't worry about them. But let's just mess them up real
Um,
quick before the rest of them join.
I'm looking at a hole in the can, and I can't do anything. Like, I can bring my gun up and I can shoot it with invisible rounds without um reloads and everything, but I can't move it left and right, up and down, none of that. I'm not getting no effects, nada.
You wanna wait? We got one more thing. We just wait till somebody takes you out. But okay, somebody going for a flank, two of them. See if you can just stop your ship. I won't even shoot at them. If that don't work, because it's always a loophole to this technology stuff. So if that don't work, then yeah, you probably have to just close the application, fresh restart,
Wait,
or
I'm gonna
even
try
just
to get a kill.
yeah. I'm gonna
Oh,
let
you
you know
just
if you're
using like
doing
the
it.
little mini map on the like I'm using like a little triangle in the top left corner to like shoot somebody. I'm just pulling the trigger like hoping for the best. Oh, my brace works at least.
You might don't even do that. Don't brace. Just take the damage.
No, 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 no. It's a good day to die. Like, no, bro, we gotta fight that out.
Somebody's using a level 9 ship. I'm surprised he hasn't taken you out yet. He's been over there tangling with you for a minute.
No, me, no. No, you gotta protect the
You're not
booty.
even. You're
Gotta
not
protect it.
even. Yeah, now you getting low. Cause at first he wasn't even doing nothing to you.
Oh man, gotta protect the booty
Some
at all costs,
somebody's
man.
somebody's coming to heal you.
Don't
All
kill
right,
me.
that's not me.
Like, I don't think he knows the struggle I'm going
Oh, you
through
don't.
right now.
You don't. Hold on, I'm gonna text in the chat to tell him not to help you because you're going through a glitch. Bringing a level 9 ship into this is bold. I'm not gonna lie.
Depends on how you build it. I guess while I'm waiting, I'm gonna go grab me my salad, and maybe by the time I get back, someone may have taken me out. And if that
Everybody's
don't
coming
work,
around.
I'll just go and end the live. I mean, I ain't like I said, I ain't gonna trip about it, cause I do want to spend some time like um creating with trying to finish up my builds. Like, I'm gonna release them. Like, Fake Chase is pretty much ready to go. It's just a matter of me doing a video. Yeah, cause that Fake Chaser build, man. Oh my gosh, thing is just ugh. Honestly, when I added the modifications to it, I didn't expect for it to work as well as it did. And then once I understood what the modifications were doing, I tried to make it even better, and I did. And it's like, yo, this ship is a problem. But I do want to get away from the Garuda though. I actually could not stand the Garuda in season 4. But season 5, well, towards the end of season 4, I started liking it. And season 5, I was like, yo, let me try to finish up where I started at the end of season 4 with the Garuda. And I see now why people use it so much. But I didn't want to use it in the context of the way other people were using it.
Tripping. That I've seen other people use a build similar to yours, and it's just as a somebody figured it out too, and it hurts.
Oh yeah,
I got the clips where it hurts.
appreciate it getting the heads up. So while you doing that, I'm gonna go grab me a salad.
You welcome. Yeah, we might as well just finish the match. He might not be able to. I know the end game screen of the match should be able to take him, like pull him out.
You make it look easy.
Yeah, I think it's gonna kick me pretty soon for being AFK.
That I was trying to let them destroy you, but it's a 3v2, so we
Yeah.
pretty much intercepting them before they get there. So I don't know if you want to close the application or wait until we win. It's up to you.
Well, that's a good salad. Um, More like I'm gonna close the application and go and end my live. That way I can actually
Finish
add
up.
the finishing touches to my build. Hopefully,
Okay. Yeah, no, yeah, that'll probably be good for the stream too, so they're not just looking at you being stuck.
right. I mean, they'll probably enjoy the conversation more than anything. But
Yeah. I think, if I think even on a live stream, you can still get in your creative bag. Oh, no, when you meant that, you were actually talking about the build. Never mind. Never mind, never mind.
yeah,
Never mind.
I'm going to end it there.